Welcome to Thoughts Roundup. Thank you for being with us today. And I have as a special guest Brother Aaron Smith. Brother Smith, thank you for being with me.
Yes, sir. We love you, brother.
Well, love y'all too.
Glad you're here this week with us.
We've had two good golf games.
Yes.
Well, I don't mean good golf games, I mean 2 golf games.
That's right. 2 of them that I got beat at, that's for sure.
Well, you know how it goes. Everybody has luck every once in a while.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, I'm so glad that you're here. And I first knew these folks when they pastored the church. His father pastored the church in Tylertown, Mississippi.
Yes, sir. That's right.
And now they are up in Crossett, Arkansas.
Arkansas. That's it.
And thank you very much for being on the program.
Yes, sir. I'm honored today.
I would like to have seen more of your family, but I spoke for them. What was it?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, and I'm going on to Missouri tomorrow, and I've stayed in their lovely evangelistic quarters. My wife and I used to stay there a lot, and they have y'all have a wonderful church here in Crossett.
Yes, sir. We're glad to be here. So
Yeah.
some good people.
Now, your ministry has kicked off,
Yes, sir.
and that is so good.
We've been out preaching a little bit.
Yeah.
A few times a month I'm gone, and then the other times I'm here
Kind of helping out here.
helping my dad. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, as many churches there as there is around it, pretty close, it should be a good opportunity for you to go out and come back.
Yes, sir.
You know, when I leave home, I don't know when I'm getting back. Now, what about your brother?
Yes, sir. He's full time on the field now. Well, he has been for the last couple of years. He just got married about a month ago, and so he stays gone most of the time. So, yes, sir.
Well, that's nice to have a mom and dad have 2 sons in the ministry.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the adjustment of coming from Tylertown to a different community, different church, and
Well, it's been an interesting time. We of course, you never know where God's going to move you to, and we was in Tylertown for 16 years.
16 years.
Yes, sir. And of course, you know, we wasn't really planning to move, but God had other plans, and so we moved here to Crossett, and just the will of God, really. Brother Jacob Grove is pastoring there in Tylertown, and
I spoke down there the other night.
yes, sir.
Not long ago in his church, and
Great people.
yeah, Brother Groves. Is that the way he said?
Brother Grove.
Go, and they're just so nice.
They are, yes, sir. He was there with my dad, hand in hand for several years, and of course, when we decided to move, of course, he was the first one that came to mind. And though it was a sad time for everybody for us to leave, but they took him on 100%.
Well, I enjoyed it, and it brought back old memories whenever I spoke for him down there. Okay, now you and your wife, you have a boy.
A little boy.
How old is he?
He's 2.5.
What's his name?
Preston.
Preston at breakfast today. Preston was kind of taking over today.
He was a little wild this morning. Yes.
Yeah, he had some things he wanted to think about. And yeah, I noticed you're trying to run his life, not ruin, but run
Yeah.
his life.
I guess it just runs in my blood. So.
He had I could tell he had the idea, if you would just let me alone, I could handle my own world.
Right. Well, we wanted to enjoy breakfast, so we had to calm him down a little bit. So.
He even tried to control those people in the next booth.
He sure did. Terrible twos.
Well, he's terrible twos.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well.
He's our pride and joy.
Oh yeah, he's a sweet boy.
Yes, sir.
He's a sweet boy and everything. Well, I tell you what, it's life is changing all the way around, isn't it?
It is. Seems like you blink and several years pass by. Just time flies. So
Yeah.
we've been here almost 2 years now, and Crossett in November will be 2 years.
Oh, has it been that long?
Yes, sir. Since we moved here, and so it's you got to live it day by day because it sure passes by.
I noticed the church was just really up and going. They seemed to be so enthusiastic about everything.
Yes, sir.
And that's good. You know, I preached for Brother Hickman. I preached here. I've been preaching here for several years.
Right.
And come probably almost, I wouldn't doubt, about once a year and stuff. And so I kind of know the people, and Brother Sister Hickman, I knew them real well and everything. So you don't know how long you're going to be here, huh?
Well, till the Lord says. We plan on being here forever unless He says otherwise.
Well, that's good, you know.
Yes.
It's good. Just work for the Lord. That's.
Yes, sir.
And you probably will find yourself driving out a little further and a little further at night. You know, you preach it. You can preach at a church, and it can be a good ways, and still come on home at night. To me, that's better than getting a motel room and, and all settled, because you still got to get up and make the journey, you know.
Right, right.
And it's less packing and.
Yes, sir.
And
nice to be in your own bed.
Oh, there's nothing like just being in your own bed, you know. Yeah, that's exactly right. So your folks live out a little ways. You live close to the church, don't you?
Yes, sir. Me and my wife live right here behind the church. And of course, Mom and Dad bought a place. It's about 10 miles from here.
Yeah. And, describe that place. It's so. I wish we had a picture of it.
It's a log cabin.
Yeah, log cabin.
40 acres of land. So, just what he wanted.
But now, don't let that cabin mislead you. It's a big home.
Yes, sir. It's a very nice home.
Very nice.
And so they were more excited about it having one bedroom and a kitchen and a living room and a little loft, and they'd have kicked us out. We'd gone. So.
Yeah, that meant you can't come home.
That's it.
And stay long.
That's right. So.
Yeah, well, I can understand.
It actually belonged to a couple here in the church, and they decided they were going to sell their home about the time we moved here, and my parents fell in love with it. It's a nice place.
Now, who sings in y'all's? You play the drums, don't you?
I play the drums, yes, sir. My mama sings and my brother. So me and my daddy, we didn't get the singing ability. So we'll try though. We'll sure try.
Well, but you're big into the music though.
Yes, sir.
I've seen you wear those drums out.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Tearing something up probably.
Your wife now, she stays employed a little bit, don't she?
She does. She's a nurse, and so she works her own schedule. It works out good. If she, if we got to be gone, she can adjust her schedule. you know, as needed. So, but she's a nurse, and she's been nursing since we've been married. Going on, just made 7 years. So, I guess for the majority of the time we've been married, she's been a nurse.
You know, I'm a half Smith.
Yes, sir.
It scares me, frightens me. I might be Kente, who knows?
Hey, that'd be all right. We'll
No,
take you right on in.
Hey, you know, I don't know, but the Smiths are so common in name till it's hard to track down your genealogy with them.
Yes, sir. Them and the Joneses.
The Joneses and the Smith.
Yes, sir. We just trying to find the ones that's got the money, so we track them down.
Well, do you have any? Crooks in the deal?
Not that I know of. We try to be pretty straight.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, usually there's a little problem in every family that there's been somebody that
I'm sure if we looked, we could find them real
shot
easy.
somebody or stole something.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a lot of family that you know of outside?
Of course, my mom's got one brother, and then of course my grandpa. They still live in Tylertown, and then my dad's got 3 brothers. 2 of those live in Houston, or 1 lives in Houston, 2 lives in DeRidder, Louisiana. But other than that, besides just some cousins and stuff, and my wife's family, but my grandparents on my dad's side both passed away. And,
I see.
So,
Where were y'all from as a family? Just like we're from Wales, we think. You know, where's your family come from? Do you know?
I'd have to track it down, I guess.
If you can,
I
yeah.
never really have looked into it, so I just knew I was from Louisiana.
Let me tell you something. I have some bragging rights. Whenever we got our coat of arms off the Queen Mary, Queen Mary came over and had the coat of arms. I went and stood in line about 100, and I've got royalty in my family.
Wow.
Go ahead and touch me.
Yeah, I'll rub them all over you.
All right, it's been so good to talk with you.
Yes, sir. We're honored to be with you. So,
Well,
you are one of our favorites.
thank you. I love you and love your family.
We sure love you, Brother Marler.
God bless you. Thank you for listening. God bless you.